Hi guys, how's it going? Caitlin here and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. I hope you're so excited. This week it's a gluten-free in 3, so 3 meals, really super prepped, so you're gonna feel super ahead for your week. I've got 3 varying levels of prep. I encourage you to aim for level 3. However, if you just go for level 1 or level 2, not only do you have ideas for your week, but you're so much further ahead than you would have been, and you're going to love yourself later for doing this, I promise you. So what's on the menu this week? We have taco pasta, we have spinach salad, and BBQ chicken pizza. So if that sounds worth it for you, let's go. Let's get this done, shall we? Super excited. I'm gonna start, as I do many times, with items that are in level 3, because level 3 is stuff that's going to do itself while we're doing other things, okay? So I'm gonna cook up some bacon. I'm gonna cook my bacon in the oven. So, there's many ways. You could cook your bacon on the stove top right now if you wanted to. You could get ready-made bacon instead if you want to skip yourself a little step of prepping. Totally respect that. Do what you got to do. Always make sure to look at ingredients and make sure that you're happy with whatever is in there. I'm going to cook mine in the oven on a stone bar pan. This is my favorite way to cook bacon. It keeps it keeps all the mess very well contained. Your stone, if you have stones, your stoneware loves fat. It loves cooking with fat. So bacon is perfect for this. It's not going to be splashing around everywhere. It's just gonna stay right here, okay? We only need 6 pieces, but I'm honestly going to cook up a package of bacon because it's never going to go to waste in my house, and I know it's going to keep my husband happy, and it's what gets him out of here with the kids while I'm doing a prep video. Secret is out there. It is bacon. Bacon is the kind of bribery that works at my house, okay? There we go. So I have my oven already preheated to 425. I'm gonna put this in there, probably take about 20 minutes, more or less. Perfect. Now I'm gonna do more things that are in level 3, because you know what? It's stuff that's gonna do itself, my friends. I gotta cook up some chicken. I'm choosing to throw in the air fryer. I only need 1 piece of chicken to do my pizza. However, I know my family, right? And you know your family. My family is going to want 2 pizzas and leftovers. The leftovers are only gonna last a day, but that'll be a delicious day. So I'm going to cook up 3 breasts instead of 1, because I'm doing 1, I might as well do 3. That's how many comes in the pack, and we're just gonna call that good. I'm gonna salt it just because I will always salt my chicken. Just like I will always throw things on the floor. There's some things you can just count on in life as consistency, and those things are it, my friends. Okay. So I'm just turning it to air fry there. It's 25 minutes. It's not gonna take 25 minutes. Hopefully I don't leave it in there that long. I know, we're thinking like, why can't you just turn it to less? Just cause. Another thing that I'm going to do from level 3 is I'm going to hard boil my eggs. Once again, you could do this on the stove top if you wanted to. I'm going to do mine in the pressure cooker. My pressure cooker has an egg setting on it. So I'm going to throw the eggs in there. It's got a cute little setup to actually throw the eggs on, so I'm just going to pop them on there. go. There we go. So now it is set to go. My eggs are getting prepped. My chicken's getting cooked and my bacon's getting cooked. And now I'm gonna go on to level 1. I know it's a little different, but it takes a little step out of the way for later, okay? And we're already here, we're already doing this. We're basically prepping 3 meals at once, just like getting her done. I've got my food processor here. I'm going to chop a pepper and an onion. And I'm just gonna do them both in the food processor. And why? Because I want to make them small. I want to make them small. I'm just gonna do them in the food processor. They're gonna be nice and easy. And then I'm gonna do another thing from level 3 because you know what? I'm feeling very level 3 like. I love having my prep done before the day up. I love throwing things together. It makes me feel like a supper magician, and that's the way I want you to feel. I want you to feel like you got just a letter from the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, except like kitchen edition. Some weird looking dirt there. Whatever, cleaned it off. Sure, it's fine. Okay. Gonna chop up the pepper. Man, you're gonna feel awesome when all this stuff is done. Honestly, if you're gonna start this, just go with level 3. Get her done. Feel awesome for the next 3 days. And then you know what day 4 can be? If you do it all right. Leftover day. You know what happens on leftover day? Almost nothing. Which is magical. Okay. I'm also going to pop a couple cloves of garlic in here. Actually, I'm done messing with the garlic. I'm just going to put it right in the garlic press. I'm going to press it into there. Beautiful. I have this garlic press, and you don't have to peel your garlic before it goes in. You'll see right there, there's the whole peeling just on the outside. Just pop it off and it's done. It's just so much less messing around. We don't have time to mess around. We're making our, supper and stuff for 3 days. Which is kind of something. Like, you're going to feel once you have this all together, it'll be like, wow, that all came together quickly for the next 3 days, and then for a leftover day when you're just loving yourself. Perfect. So I got my onion, I got my peppers chopped right there. And I'm going to do another step in level 3. If you're there with me for level 3, let's go with it. If you're not feeling it, don't worry about it. But I'm going to put my ground beef in with these vegetables right here. And I'm going to get the base ready for my taco pasta. There we we are. Peppers, onion, and garlic all put in there. Just gonna give my hands a quick wash. I don't want to risk having any grossness on me, because some of the other ingredients, of course, are going to be served raw with salad. So if we have just contaminated our cutting board, please replace your cutting board. I'm going to do a couple more things for level 1. I'm going to slice up a pepper, and this is going to be a pepper that's going to be salad sized. Salad sized? Sure. We'll go with that. That sounds like a thing. Whatever kind of bite you want to see show up on your salad plate is how we're going to cut up this pepper right here. So I'm going to cut it up in some kind of small slices. I don't want them full long slices. Yes, I am very much a texture person. I'm picky on how my things are cut. In my mind, these things make perfect sense. In my husband's eyes, the ways that I cut my things make no sense, and I seem like a crazy person. But that's okay. I don't think I'm alone in this. It's one of the beauties you have of prepping your own food, is you can be absolutely just as crazy as you want to be, and it's fine. So for your meal prep, you always want to make sure you have a nice sharp knife. A nice sharp knife is essential. It seems like you should be more likely to hurt yourself on a sharp knife, but you're actually not. You get a lot more precision, and you're less likely to hurt yourself using a sharp knife. So always, always, always do I recommend a sharp knife. Okay, let's see. Next we're going to slice up a red onion. And slice it up nice and thin. Ugliest outside to a red pepper I've ever seen in my life. This thing is not winning any beauty contests. It's not even getting an honorable mention. It is just an ugly red onion. I'm sorry to say, my little duckling, you are not going to be a swan anytime soon. But I'm sure you will still taste delicious. So slice this all up real thin. It's going to be on the pizza, and it is also going to be on the salad. So however you want to cut yours up to go on both, you go right ahead. By the way, always look at your plan and say, the plan is calling for one large pizza, okay? If you know your family, and your family wants more than one large pizza, plan to make more pizzas, okay? The ingredients, you'll notice, for each different recipe are marked off and color-coded, going in order of the color of the rainbow. It doesn't matter what day of the week you make these recipes. You can make pizza your first night, you can make pasta your last night. Do whichever one you're feeling that night, because everything is pretty much ready to go for you. But if you know you want to double something, look at the ingredients, plan in advance, double based on the color coding. It should make it easier for you to plan, I hope. That was my intention anyway. I made it as close as I wanted to on that onion without worrying about slicing my fingers. So there we go. We have one sliced red onion ready to go. And if that's all you have in you, then you have level 1 done. Congratulations, you did awesome. You rocked it. I love you. You're gonna love yourself so much this week, and you still got it in you. Let's go for level 2, shall we? Just gonna crumble up some of this hamburger now. Let's heat it up. Okay, awesome. What are we gonna do next? We're going to shred up some cheese. Shall we do this? So to make things really easy this week, we're just using one type of cheese. If you want to use any more cheese, if you want to grate up any more cheese at this time, you go wild, my friend. You do you. Maybe you're prepping at breakfast or something like that at this time as well. Be fun. Could be very useful. If you're doing breakfast at this time as well, maybe you do egg bites, something like that. You could grate up some extra cheese to go in those, or just for snacks, because I don't know about you, but what I found in this house is that if the cheese is grated and it looks like it's prepared for something else, all of a sudden it is twice as delicious as it used to be. And way more likely to be snacked on. It's not a bad thing. There are worse things to snack on. However, make sure you prepare for that in advance. And yes, you can buy pre-grated cheese. However, there's more ingredients that you will find in cheese that is pre-grated as a rule of thumb. More ingredients is almost never more of a good thing. It's things that are in there to coat the cheese, to keep it from sticking together, preservatives, like things that you don't necessarily want to have in your food. So this may seem like a wasted step to you, but I guarantee you it's not. However, if you're looking to save yourself the time and you choose to buy pre-grated cheese, make sure to look in the ingredients and make sure that they're not using any kind of gluten-filled flour to keep the cheese from sticking together, because that's just going to ruin your whole week. And we don't want that. We want to make your week better. But be aware, there are some cheeses that do that. Not everybody takes our gluten-free needs into consideration. Alright, so for a block of cheese, you're going to get about 4 to 5 cups. You may need a little more this week, not sure. But play it by ear, and if you just want to make it easy and round it to 1 block, just, you know, ish it in your measurements. If you're going to know you're going to be using cheese for something else, buy another block. It's fine. Now is the time to do it. Beautiful. Cheese is ready to go. Just gonna scooch all of this off and into there. I'm gonna check our chicken. Hamburger's almost done. I'm a big fan of a thermometer. $120, not there yet. I'm a big fan of a thermometer. It lets me know when my stuff is done, which I personally enjoy. Okay, next. What shall we do next? We are going to get our pizza dough ready next, because you get pizza dough ready a few days in advance. So it shouldn't be a surprise. You know that you can buy pizza dough in grocery stores pre-done. We're pretty much doing the same thing. We're just doing it ourselves. If you're making gluten-free pizza dough, our pizza dough is sticky, guys. It just is. Having a stand mixer makes it so much easier on you, on anything else that you're using. So I will always recommend having one. I understand if you don't have one, but it certainly makes life a lot easier. You can also use a pre-made pizza crust. You can use a mix if you'd like. I'm going to make a double batch of crust using my own recipe, which I love and I have attached for you to use. Maybe I should just make the pizzas doubled for the meal plan, but I also don't want to assume that everybody else is quite as gluttonous, not glutinous, but gluttonous as my family. And we do love having leftover pizza. Even cold pizza for the morning is just, everybody loves it. It goes very quickly. There is never any wasted pizza in this house. So I'm going to put in some flour. Beauty. Gonna put in some potato flour. Potato flour makes it extra soft. It just does. There's something about potato flour. There we go. I think that's looking good, so I just turned it off. Love those things that you can't really mess up too much, right? Like, you can't really mess up hamburger with onion and peppers. Like, it's going to be fine, right? Like, if it ends up a little overcooked, awesome. If it's a little undercooked, awesome. It's going to be brought to a simmer with the sauces anyway, so you really, really can't mess that up. Okay. Throw in some sugar, because you gotta feed the yeast. Yeast likes sugar, so do I. I can't blame you, yeast. Which reminds me, I'm also gonna put in yeast. Gonna get some salt to put in there. If you wanted to put in a seasoning at this time in your crust, you could. Maybe you wanted to add some Italian seasoning. That could be delicious. If you want to add a seasoning that has salt in it, or even seasoning salt, you could add that in place of the salt. Or, you know, a little of this, a little of that. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water to heat up. So I'm gonna heat up some water. Just notice there's a little bit of my dog right there from when I dropped this on the floor. Depending on your microwave, you can put it in for different amounts of time. I just put mine in for a minute. I'm gonna put a couple eggs in there. And I am just cracking them into a measuring cup first, because honestly, I just don't want to go chasing in there for eggshells. Yeah, I'm that kind of skilled in the kitchen, so yeah. So I got a couple eggs in there. Speaking of eggs, my eggs just finished in the pressure cooker, so I'm gonna release the air on those. I'm gonna throw my water in here. You know what? I needed more water. Here. That wouldn't have been good. Okay. So I'm just gonna set my mixer to mix for 6 minutes. The eggs, I am going to just leave the eggs in their shell. Eggs stay better in their shell than they do outside of their shell, so to keep everything the best that I can, I'm just gonna leave them in the shell until I use them. So, there we go. Just letting the air up on that. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna put those in the fridge. Just like that. Heck, I think I might use the exact same egg carton too. And yes, I have a favorite boiled egg lifter. You see this thing? Like bendy and stuff in there. It's a whisk and it's a spatula, and it's my favorite thing to pick up boiled eggs with. Is done. Whoops. There we go. Chicken is done, so I am going to slice this and put this away as well. this chicken into its own container. And then that's going to be ready for the pizzas, probably for some snacking, maybe for some toddler lunches. There we go. Nice and easy. There's the chicken. All done. Okay, perfect. Next, I'm gonna get some croutons ready. I'm gonna make some croutons to go on the spinach salad. Making gluten-free croutons takes minutes. It does not take long at all. I love making them. They're just so fast, right? If you have not made them before, I invite you to see how awesome this is now. After. There we go. I just want another clove of garlic to throw in there with it. Okay. So I'm gonna grab some bread here. If you want extra croutons for snacking, grab some extra bread now. I grabbed 4 slices and a heel. You can grab more if you'd like. And I am just cubing up this bread. Oh, gosh. You can do more, you can do less. Okay. If your store has gluten-free croutons, you can buy gluten-free croutons too. I'm going to throw some salt on here. I'm going to throw some pepper on here. I'm going to throw a tad bit of oil in here. And I am going to throw in some garlic. You can throw in more garlic if you want to. I know many people like to measure garlic with their heart. Follow your heart for this. Oops. You can throw a little parsley in there if you're looking to. If you want to throw in other seasonings, you can. You can make your own variety. You could use Italian seasoning if you wanted to. Sky's the limit. Once you know you can make your own croutons, you can do whatever you want with those. I'm just going to throw that in my air fryer for 5 minutes. There we go. 5 minutes in the air fryer, that is all it's going to take, and then my croutons are going to be ready. I'm going to make up some honey Dijon dressing, okay? Because that's what I want to use with my spinach salad. If you want to use a botched salad dressing, you certainly can. To make your own honey Dijon dressing, you use one part mustard, 2 parts honey, and you just have that mixed together, and that's it. And it tastes delicious on everything that you will put on a salad, so go for it. Go wild. It's the easiest dressing you'll ever make, and it is very unquestionable ingredients. So I'm just using a 1/4 cup of Dijon, 1/2 cup of honey, just gonna give it a quick little mix. And just like that, the easiest dressing in the entire planet is done for your salad. Rockstar, rockstar, you were just killing this. All right, so everything else is already kind of done over here for 3rd level. I am going to just divide up my dough into 2 pizza sizes. Realize how many dishes this actually saves you in the run of the week? Like, it really does save you dishes the other days. Just make sure before you're coming in for prep day that you have your dishwasher, you know, empty and ready to fill with other things, because you're gonna want to fill it after you're done with this. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every dish you have now is a dish that you are saved later on, and that, my friends, is another part of the magic that is meal prep. And the containers that we use to store things in, like, I'm sorry, those are easy to clean, right? Okay. So I just have saran wrap here. I'm gathering all my dough into one spot in the center, and then just dividing it in 2 with my scraper. Okay, some people actually say your dough tastes better if you let it sit for a while anyway, so you may just love your dough even more after it's sitting in the fridge for a couple days. Can't make any guarantees on that, but you might. And if not, you're gonna like it just as much. It's not gonna hurt it. Okay, there's one thing of dough. One thing of dough, one thing of dough. Sorry, it's kind of like a, kind of feels cool to say, thing of dough. You can try it if you want. Big ol' split. Get that dough off my hand. There we go, another thing of dough. So we're gonna put both of those in the fridge. Those are just gonna sit there until we're ready to throw our pizza together. Like I said, if you prefer, you can also do pre-made crusts and just load those up with toppings and put them in the oven. I am going to take the veggies and hamburger, and I'm just going to put it in a container here. If it needs drained, you can certainly drain it. This one really didn't. There we are. I'm going to let that cool a little bit before I seal it and put it in there. I have all of my eggs ready to go back. might have burnt the crap out of my bacon just a tad bit, but heck, it's gonna crumble so good. It'll be fine. Thank you guys so much, and you know what? We will chat very, very soon. I hope you enjoy the recipes this week. I hope your week is so much easier.